All right, everybody. Hello. It's me. It is I, the one and only Moon. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing today. What we're doing today is Canada got a trade deal. It is August the 19th, everybody. And Trump has paused tariffs on Canada for 3 days or something as they work out a deal or some shit, or there's a deal in place. I don't know. That's what we're here to learn. But before we get into it, let's just talk, you know. How's it going with you, chat? How's it going with you guys? The VODs. Is anyone even in the chat? Of course not. But that will not deter me from trying my best. That's for damn sure. I feel like I have an app on my OBS that's supposed to link up all my chats, and I feel like it does not. You know? I feel like it just does not, buddy. It's GG. If you want to chat, just go to the Twitch stream, dude. If you want to chat, just go to the Twitch chat. That's the only chat that seems to actually work, either in the app or not. Because even YouTube chat is has lagged a lot. Anyway, hope you guys are doing good. It's Tuesday. Hope you had a fantastic start to your week. Got through that Monday, you know. Did you make it, guys? Did you make it through the Monday? I barely did, tell you that much. I had a crazy revelation last night. It's called a going to bed early. I know, it's quite the strat. Quite the strategy. It's kind of op. Because instead of staying up all night to stream all day, when my parents just get the fuck out, I wake up early and stream. Oh my god, you're a genius. So instead of going to bed at 6 or 4 in the morning, I went to bed at 3 in the morning. 2:30 to 3 in the morning. Got up at 10, baby. We're still streaming by 12, which is, you know, rough, but you know, what can you do? Life is time's moving too quick, guys. Has anyone else kind of been thinking that time, as you get older, I don't know, time feels like, I feel like I'm 27. My 20s, I feel like have just been a blur, a blip in the map. And I kind of feel like that's, but also your brain doesn't fully develop till you're 25. So be that as it may. It's like the first 18 years of your life is like incubation. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck this conversation's turning into. Anyway, Canada has a deal, perhaps. Let's get into it, guys. Trump. Lots of liberals are praising Taco Trump right now, going Taco Trump, stand down. We'll see what happens with this deal. We'll get into it first before we get into let's get into it. CBC News, The National. Trump pauses 50% tariffs, says new trade deal reached.
Can you take us through what the leaders are saying?
Well, as you mentioned, Donald Trump says there's a new deal between Canada and the U.S. Canada's prime minister isn't going that far. Mark Carney says progress has been made, but there's more work to be done. Both leaders do agree a new slate of tariffs are postponed for at least 3 days. This was made public less than 2 hours before those 50% tariffs were supposed to take effect on some $28 billion in Canadian exports. Trump broke the news in his usual bombastic way, posting on Truth Social, saying, "I have paused the 50% tariffs against Canada that were scheduled to kick in tomorrow morning for a 3-day period based on the fact that Canada and the USA, subject to the finalization of documents, have a deal. The great Keystone XL pipeline, long ago killed by sleepy Joe Biden, may be awoken from the grave. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump."
That's hilarious. So wait, Trump's hinting at the Keystone pipeline being revived? Oh my god. Oh baby, if Carney does that, oh my god, Alberta will never separate ever again. That's not true. They will. But what can you say as a separatist to that? The separatist thing is a whole different thing. For me, it's like local, right? Like Alberta is just a cesspit. But so is that part of the deal? But it says may be awoken from the grave. The great Keystone XL pipeline that was killed by sleepy Joe Biden may be awoken from the grave. May be awoken from the grave. That's not saying it's a finalized thing. But here's my take. For anyone who thinks Carney won this, I will tell you that's not the reality, I guess. Pausing the tariffs is good because, sure, it helps Canadian business sell to the USA, right? Canadians don't get anything out of this deal besides, oh no, maybe I get to keep my job at an export factory. Whoopie-doo. Woohoo! Thanks. It's not really like life-changing stuff. The Keystone Pipeline is probably going to get all of the conservatives fucking like riled up, right? I wonder how the liberals will feel. I think the liberals are just conservatives now. Everyone's a conservative now. So if the Keystone Pipeline goes even as part of the deal, right? It's like good for oil capitalists on both sides. America loves oil, and Canada loves to sell oil. Alberta, you know,
now,
Danielle Smith loves her oil too.
Keystone XL is part of a new agreement. That means further energy cooperation with the United States, and that is one of the things the U.S. wanted in a deal. The Keystone XL pipeline has a long history. It was supposed to run from Alberta to the U.S. Gulf Coast refineries. It was canceled in 2021 when former U.S. President Joe Biden revoked its permit after years of Indigenous and environmental opposition.
So, Kate, this post from Trump was followed by a presidential proclamation. What did it say?
Well, it confirms that the tariffs are being delayed by at least 3 days. It also claims Canada is willing to concede on the major irritants that spurred these new tariffs. Trump was pushing for putting U.S. booze back on provincial shelves, ending retaliatory measures on autos, and allowing equal market access to Canadian dairy as the EU currently has. But Canadians will be wondering what is in the fine print. Is this the
You know what's hilarious about this? It's so fucking... I love people who think Trump's doing a good job. Like, literally, what she just explained was like, oh, you know, all of the backlash that Canadians are feeling, and like the boycotts and the booze and all this stuff. Let that go away. If we can just, like, that was Trump's mess. And it's like, oh, well, if we just clean up what I already started, you know, we'll be great. We'll be cheeks, you know. But it's kind of like the Strait of Hormuz. It's like the Strait of Hormuz is total Trump fuck up, and it's like, oh, thanks for the higher gas prices, Trump. Whoopie, yay! I gotta stop saying whoopie doo. Why do I say whoopie doo? Who implanted that into my brain? I guess my parents. Whoopie doo is so cringe. Nobody says that.
Comprehensive deal Canada wanted, and what is the Canadian side giving up? These are all the details we're going to be looking for when something formal is released.
Yeah, those are the big questions. All right, Kate McKenna in Washington.
Sleepy Joe.
So let's head to Ottawa now and Ashley Burke. So Ashley, we now have this statement from the Prime Minister's office. What does he say?
Adrian, Prime Minister Mark Carney said substantial progress has been made, although there is important work still to be done, adding, while we continue this work, Canada remains focused on building a stronger, more independent and more competitive economy at home. Now, he has said that this is the way to be in a strong position at the table and that he's been preparing for all possible scenarios.
I like that.
We know
the difference. I love, like, just look at Trump's statement compared to Carney and any other world leader. It's like at this point, why bother with the pleasantries? I guess, like, Trump, I mean, you don't have to be Trumpian. You just have to, like, Trump is being himself. And unfortunately, himself is like a big egotistical, racist pedophile. But that honesty won, apparently. Honesty wins. Who knows? I don't know, guys. Just try to be a little more transparent, maybe. I don't, you know... Maybe that would be better.
The government has been working on a plan to respond if Trump hits Canada with these new tariffs, and likely still will be, since at this point, this is only a 3-day pause. A Canadian source told me earlier tonight that the government has been looking at a range of options, including
what Canadian source? Name your source.
Tariffs. Several members of Mark Carney's advisory committee were calling for retaliation if a deal wasn't reached.
So the
Yeah,
reality
sure.
is what the U.S. views as retaliation can often be the very leverage that Canada needs to build up in order to be able to get a fair deal against these attacks. We cannot just sit by
Unifor.
and have the U.S.
Never heard of them.
wallop us over the head with tariff after tariff after tariff.
Why? The wall. I don't understand. Am I just missing something about tariffs? Am I just missing something? It's a tax, people. It's a tax. When Trump says we're tariffing you, he is hitting Americans with a tax. He's not hitting anyone else. He's hitting American consumers, American capitalists who buy abroad. He's hitting them with tariffs. It just makes it harder for Canada to sell to the USA. That does not mean that Canada is just cooked or that we cannot sell anywhere else in the world. It just doesn't make any sense where it's like, oh, we're getting walloped. Just really taking a wallop in here. And it's like, you know what really causes the walloping? Not just the tax increase, but the capitalists at the very top saying, well, I gotta lay all you guys off because I expect a certain profit margin. And I could eat into those, perhaps, but I'd rather just fire you, replace you, be more efficient. No one blames that. That's always happening, whether an economic crisis is happening or not.
She warned earlier today that Canada can't just take it and give concessions or the hits will keep on coming.
And other than retaliatory tariffs, what's a range of options the government's been considering?
Well, earlier this summer, the Prime Minister said that he didn't see the value in holding back energy exports to the U.S., including Alberta's oil, because it's important for Canada to be known as a reliable supplier. A member of his advisory committee, Aaron O'Toole, said that they need to look at options that don't hurt national unity or Canada's economy.
Yeah, no shit. It's like this how do you retaliate is up to not Mark Carney. Not up to Mark Carney. Not at all. No. The cat is just scratching away back there. Can you see him? It hurt him. But anyway, the retaliation it's not up to Mark Carney. It's not up to the people of Canada, how Canada retaliates. How Canada retaliates is up to the capitalist class of Canada. Okay, that's why energy exports are not going to be withheld, because capitalists need their profits because they're selling to the USA. So that's not happening. I don't think a hot war is going to happen. I don't think you're shutting off electricity. What else can you do besides tariffs?
Like potentially bringing back the digital services tax that Donald Trump does not like. But how the government responds will really depend on if Trump still hits Canada with new tariffs after that pause.
Indeed. All right. Thank you, Ashley. That's Ashley.
Okay, so hit them with a tax. So that's the retaliation, is hit them with some other tax. We're just going to go tax for tax, baby.
Ashley Burke in Ottawa tonight. So let's go right to Peter Armstrong. Thanks for coming in, Peter. Reaction from Canadian
Arms don't look very strong, though.
I've literally got my phone on the desk, and I'm hearing from them. And you probably heard their giant heaving sigh of relief across the country.
That's what that sounds
when
like.
this came out. But they've still got plenty of questions. As both Kate and Ashley have said, any deal involves compromise. As we get those details, that relief is going to shift to anxiety about what it took to get this deal across the finish line.
So as we've heard, Donald Trump says, he's pausing these tariffs for 3
he's
days.
like scratching.
So for businesses,
I don't think it's picking up on my mic, maybe when I'm talking, but can you hear that? He's scratching. Ow. What are you doing? Meow, meow. 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 What are you doing? Hey, bud. I've never seen him do this before. He's just scratching the wall. There has to be a bug or something. Ow. I've never seen this before. Look at this guy. What is he doing, chat? There's nothing over there. just dust. What is he doing? He's scratching. All I can hear is his nails. He's just scratching away at the door. He's never done this. That's the closet for all the coats. There ain't nothing hanging out. There ain't nothing. I don't know what kind of smoke he's been smoking, what kind of catnip he's on, but something's in there. Like, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing? Huh? What in the actual fuck? Mao. Mao. You see something over there? Mao? Want to say hi to chat? Mao. Looking at me, hey. All right, well, you get back to it, Mao. I'll, do your thing. I'll do my thing.
Clearly mean that a crisis is averted, just sort of delayed.
For the moment. And that's the concern, right? Because these tariffs were very specifically designed to squeeze businesses, to squeeze industries, to squeeze regions and provinces as well. And remember, the Canadian economy was weak coming into this trade war. It was made weaker by the first round of tariffs. It would have been made weaker by the second round. And yes, the Canadian economy, we've talked about this before, has been more resilient than I think a lot of people had expected. But you were going to add in this new round of tariffs, a new layer of uncertainty, a new layer of cost. That's going to add up. And it's, we were looking at like a 0.5% hit to Canadian GDP, which doesn't sound like much, Adrian. But, you shave a half point off Canadian GDP. It's not like we were in excess. That would take us all
GDP is the whole, like the entire economy. So 0.5% is enormous.
All the way back to 0% growth, struggling, flirting with a recession, no job growth, a real economy that's in crisis.
Wow, it really sounds like capitalism is doing great, guys.
But as I say, starting to replace with anxiety.
And what's your sense of whether Canadian businesses could actually survive with any new tariffs?
So different industries, different sectors have different approaches on that. I think the softwood guys were expecting some kind of a tariff. The steel guys were hoping they'd be able to avoid it altogether. The auto industry has said, look, the tariff being proposed by the American side was bigger than our profit margin. So it simply wasn't workable. All of that is coming into the conversation now as when we start to get the information about
just
what level
less,
we're looking
nerd.
at for each of these
I don't know.
individual industries.
Okay.
Get better at scaling, nerd.
Crisis not yet averted, but a pause is welcome for so many. All right, Peter Armstrong, thank you.
Oh, thank God. A huge sigh of relief from just all Canadians, breathing a huge sigh of relief right now, everyone. Oh, did you feel that huge sigh of relief? Oh, Canada has a deal. Is your pocket feeling any better? Are your prices coming down at the grocery store? Can you afford a home? This deal ain't gonna do fuck all. Fuck all for me, chat. Anyway.
Yeah, you bet.
Let's keep rolling. CNN, Trump pauses 50% tariffs. Now, what? You are on the table now? Dude. I'm trying to Facebook Marketplace sell a bunch of shit. I don't need him. There you go. All right. He's getting down. Good boy. Good boy. There you go. All right. Anyway, Trump pauses 50% threats on Canada.
President Trump hits the pause button on his threat to impose a new 50% tariff on imports coming into the United States from Canada. It was set to take effect today and would have impacted about $20 billion worth of imports, including dairy, alcohol, furniture, and clothing. To unpack all of this, let's go live to CNN economics reporter Elizabeth Buchwald, who's joining us from New York. Elizabeth, this is significant. What does this pause mean for any deal between these two countries that supposedly are such strong allies?
Yeah, well, it's a classic thing that we've seen over the past year and a half.
Supposedly best friends.
Our announcements.
We were besties.
And right now we're getting 3 extra days of breathing room here. And it's not necessarily going to be good or bad. We don't know yet, but it seems like there's a lot on the table. Trump was talking about The Keystone XL pipeline remains unclear what's happening there, but it does seem like there is some room for things to improve a bit. And this is all happening in the context of the broader U.S., Mexico, Canada trade agreement that's up for renegotiation. So it does seem like if there's going to be a deal on Canada's part especially, they're going to want to cement it in for good and not just have these back and forths with 3 days here, a month there.
So products coming into the United States from Canada, the price for American consumers are going to go up and up and up. Elizabeth Buchwald, thank you very, very much.
Yeah, we had a very good.
Thanks, Trump. I can't believe like Americans fell for this shit, even during the election campaign. It's like tariffs are a tax. It's a militarized tax. I don't know. Trump has gotten conservatives who love taxes, don't understand it at all.
Conversation with the Prime Minister last night, and we've come to a deal with Canada. As you know, the 50% tariffs across the board were going on against Canada today. And they called yesterday and they gave us the points that we had to have. Very fair deal for both. The tariffs will be non-existent for our farmers. Our farmers were paying tremendous tariffs into Canada, and those tariffs are going to be totally eviscerated, down to zero.
Is that true? I don't even think that. Did Canada have any tariffs on USA farmers? Huh?
We're doing certain things. Got to give something, and we're doing certain things. They were paying a high number. We're reducing it a little bit. It's good for everybody. But our farmers are going to be thrilled. Our manufacturers
everything he says is nonsense.
And, basically, we have no tariffs going into Canada anymore. Canada was charging us tremendous tariffs. We no longer have any tariffs.
All right, for more on The View from Canada.
He said Canada, what?
Canada right now, I want to bring in the former.
He said Canada had tariffs on the U.S. farmers? I don't think so. Why would we do that? We literally matched the 100% tariffs on China with you. With the EVs, farmers, I don't get it.
Quebec Premier Jean Charest. Jean Charest, thanks so much for joining us. Welcome back to our show. First off, what's your reaction to what we just heard from President Trump?
Don't know who this Canadian guy is.
Well, we made a lot of progress in the last few weeks in negotiations. We re-engaged after the president announced a new series of tariffs, invoking an old piece of Smoot-Hawley legislation, Section 338. And both the Prime Minister Carney and President Trump decided to re-engage. We've been at the table. We've been talking, and that in itself.
Alaska went blue, boys.
Canada wants a few things. We do not want these new tariffs to come into play. We also want the American side to reduce the tariffs under the 232s. Those are the tariffs of 50% on steel and aluminum, tariffs on cars, tariff on softwood lumber in particular. And on the American side, Wolf, the administration has been telling us that they want to revisit the quota allocation for milk that was negotiated by President Trump the last time, because the American side's not filling its quota. And I think there's maneuvering room for us to talk. We had imposed counter tariffs on cars. They want that to go away.
Pick up the cat,
but they also, on the American side, want the provinces in Canada to put American booze back on the shelves. You may remember at the very beginning of this tariff story, the Canadian governments, the provincial governments who run the liquor stores in Canada took American booze off the shelves. It's their decision whether to put it back on or not.
You know what's so stupid about the booze ban anyway is that it gives Canadians less choice at the supermarket. This whole Canadian, all of this nationalism bullshit is all garbage. All it is to do is to feed the domestic capitalists even more profits. So buying Canadian doesn't do shit. It's like, okay, so now I have less options to choose from. Great. And also, with all these tariffs, the prices are going up. I don't know. Like, prices are always going up anyway. Even
and that
without
was
the
also
tariffs.
part of what the American side was asking us to do. And once we do all that, by the way, then we have to get down to talking about how we pursue our negotiations on CUSMA in general, which we hope to deal with as rapidly as possible.
You're a key member of the Prime Minister Mark Carney's advisory committee.
Oh, he's an advisor to the big boy. Okay.
Relations. Have you heard anything this morning from the Prime Minister?
My wife called me.
No, the Prime Minister, we heard his statement. His statement was a bunch of nonsense. It was a bunch of bland platitudes.
That our minister who's responsible, his name is Dominique Leblanc, was meeting with Jameson Greer this morning at 11:15.
Oh, this cat, dude.
There is these new tariffs
all
were
in my
supposed
wires.
to come into place on
He wants to go
midnight last night.
Behind the damn computer.
There's a 3-day pause so that we can finish off the negotiations. Expect both sides to be very careful on what they'll be saying.
Hey.
No one wants to derail what looks like a possible deal. And if we do get an agreement, what it'll give both sides is just more certainty. And, there's no one, by the way, Wolf, in the United States, the business community, there's no one out there who's saying let's undo CUSMA. They're very supportive of the business and trade relationship with Canada.
This is the thing, again, about Trump. It's like every fucking one who loves capitalism agrees that free trade is the best overall. And Trump has just completely cooked that to the point where it's like, oh, look at this giant mess. We have to get back to free trade. Oh, Lord.
Including doing away with tariffs. We understand the president's position. He's made it very clear. We get that. But we want an agreement that is going to be good for both sides. I will give you one example, aluminum. It does not make sense for the American side to tariff aluminum. We send 2.7 million tons
Bro, this
a year.
cat, dude.
Aluminum is made of 40% of it is made of energy. It's we export to the United States the equivalent of 5 Hoover dams worth of energy when we export clean aluminum, green aluminum. And you need that, and with what's happening in the Detroit of O'More. So there's a good example of where tariffs are not working for the American side and where we should take them off. Same thing for autos, where markets are very integrated.
Very quickly before I let you go, Premier, a lot of stories coming out that Canadians are...
Okay. This cat, bro. Mao. Dude, this cat, he's getting better at fetching, by the way. This little cat update. But I've been throwing his cat balls. He picks them up, brings them, not to me, but he brings them up the stairs and back over to his kind of area. So, good enough for me. But no, there we go. We got his toys going.
So angry at the United States right now that they're basically refusing to buy U.S. imported products into Canada, like Kentucky bourbon, for example, and they're refusing to even come to the United States to go to Florida, for example, because they're irritated with the U.S. How significant is that?
Oh, I don't. People are also not traveling to the USA just because they're scared. They're scared of being detained, killed, abused by the police, assaulted, checked at the border and detained, or having anti-Trump shit on their phone. Like,
there's no one in the federal government saying to Canadians not to go to the United States or to not buy American booze, though the provinces took it off the shelves. Canadians are reacting to a situation where they're challenged by the American administration. But the perspective on this, Wolf, that Canadians say to themselves, well, we need to buy more Canadian. It's not that we're hostile to the United States. We want to buy more Canadian products, which is exactly what you want your American citizens to do with American products. So that's the dynamic it's created. But let's get
yeah, it's created a stupid nationalism dynamic where the only benefit to buying Canadian, buying domestic is just, unless you're like literally supporting a super small business and not like a giant co-op, like supporting Canada just means putting more money into the Canadian billionaires, the Canadian capitalists, the Canadians who own the economy. That's all it means. That's all it means.
Beyond this trade conflict that we have, and if they can
get their competitors out of their market, perfect.
Canada and the United States have one of the best relationships in the world.
Do we?
And we support each other's economy.
I don't know about anymore.
We're more efficient. We're more productive together, and that's what we want. We want to have a relationship that is going to be good for the American side and good for the Canadian side.
And let's hope that happens. The former Quebec Premier, Jean Charest, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it very, very much.
Just before new tariffs on Canadian goods were scheduled to take effect at 12:01 a.m. overnight,
Taco happened.
President Trump hit pause, saying on social media that the threatened tariff hit was pushed off for at least 3 days, as he claimed the United States and Canada had reached a deal. The response from the Canadian Prime Minister, slightly less confident that a deal was at hand, saying in part, quote, "There is important work still to be done." The tariffs on Canada would have been a 50% tariff on some $20 billion worth of goods, covering everything from dairy products and alcohol to furniture and more. About 5% of Canadian exports to the United States.
Oh, yeah, and my hockey sticks.
This morning, U.S.
American hockey players going to get hit hard.
The progress of these talks is real. A Canadian boycott has hit the industry very hard. A leading industry group noted overnight these bans have caused exports of American spirits to drop by more than 70%.
Canada, keep it up, Canada. Canadians, fuck over USA fucking alcohol. Good job, Canada. Let's keep it going, boys. Push that up to 90%.
Joining me right now is Justin Wolfers, an economics professor at the University of Michigan. It's good to see you again, Justin.
Thanks for being
here. If this set of tariffs would go into effect...
What is this? What is this, homie?
What do you think...
What is this? Believe? Who made that? Listen, I could be like, this guy better have kids is all I'm saying. Because if you don't have kids and that's on... I'm just saying...
The impact would be. How would you rate the success of Trump's... I guess we'll continue to call it a trade war or trade tension with Canada to this point.
Mate, calling it a trade tension. I've got a friend who's getting divorced right now, and she calls that tension.
He's Australian, mate.
Look, actually, I want to congratulate the president because we do have a deal. We have a deal with Canada. It was called NAFTA. The president ripped that up, and he renegotiated it and called it the USMCA. The United States literally has a free trade deal with Canada. Both sides have signed it. It's existing law in both countries. What's happened instead is that the president has decided that what he wants to do is up the ante and engage in a whole bunch of melodramatics, which doesn't look like it's going to achieve.
Maybe he'll bring it back to me.
Threatened our free trade partner, one of our closest trading partners and allies, with 50% across the board tariffs. They've come back and they've said, no, we have a free trade agreement. We would like a free trade agreement. And there's all these negotiations that are going on, which are basically how much closer to our existing agreement are we going to get back to?
This is all I hear on the news. I mean, we got to look at X, I guess, to see the conservative approach. Every time I see something about the deal, it's like, oh, well, Trump caused like this massive headache for everyone involved, but we got back to free trade somehow. We're trying to get back to where it was before the president fucked up the whole world markets.
I mean, does this give him leverage over the renegotiations over NAFTA, USMCA, whatever we're going to call it now?
Who, Trump or Carney?
I mean, we can give it a different name every week.
Trump has all the leverage. He's America. Come on.
Not really. Here's the problem. If I came to you, Kate, having been married 7 times and been in 7 different relationships and having cheated on each of those 7 past wives, and I said, Kate, will you marry me? How much would you be willing to give up of your current life to join that marriage with me? The answer is less, because I had shown myself to be an unreliable partner. So you might say, I'm willing to do the stuff with you, Justin, as long as it works for me. But if it doesn't work right away, you know what? I don't really trust your word anymore. So he's narrowed the scope of things that we could possibly strike an agreement or strike a deal with. That's the first point. There's actually a second point. The president declared early on that he wanted Canada to be the 51st
the
state,
taco move as usual. Yeah. All the liberals are screaming taco.
To continue the analogy, he's not really that keen on consent. It turns out that's a terrible way to begin a relationship. And the problem in Canada now is not.
We can talk a lot about that, can we? Let's boil down a whole section about Trump and consent and the Epstein files, shall we?
Government's doing. It's what Canadians are doing. Canadians are going to the store and they're picking up products, and they're saying, was this made in the United States or not? And if it's made in the United States, they put it back down. So Mark Carney and the Canadian government can sign any number of trade agreements, but you can't change what's in the heart of Canadians right now. They have an expression up there, elbows up,
the consumers.
Which is they're sick of being bullied. They don't want to be part of this game anymore. And no matter what trade deals get signed, Canadians don't want to spend time in the United States, for instance.
Listen, as much as people hate on the elbows up slogan, I kind of like it. I like the slogan, man. Because one, it integrates like hockey, like dirtiness of hockey, like elbowing someone right in the face. That's a big thing in hockey. It's a dope slogan. I'm just going to say it's a cool slogan. That's all though. That's all I got.
I mean, Justin, you took me on a journey. I also believe I will be calling my husband in this commercial break. But you brought it. You did. We did land the plane. I think we.
What is happening here? Is there a little flirtatiousness happening here on CNN? What is happening?
We did at the end. Fascinating.
Sorry.
Thank you so much. No. That was not a criticism.
Sorry about that. I hope I didn't make your husband upset. Talking about wanting to marry you 7 times.
Just didn't know I was going to be proposed to this morning, and I really enjoyed it. With a little dash of a trade war at the same time.
Oh wow, how amazing! But yes, U.S. So we've learned out about this. Let's talk. Let's look at the X now. Let's look at X. Those people got to say on X about this story. Yeah, reviving the Keystone Pipeline.
What Donald Trump says. In last night, Canada narrowly avoided a crisis. The 50%.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good meme. Hey, pretty good political art. Yeah, no, all the conservatives are praising the move. I'm hungry. I've not eaten today, chat. Maybe we should eat. What was that, Elon Musk? Elon Musk talking about Derek Chauvin? Wait, hold up. Derek Chauvin was unjustly convicted of murder, therefore he should be free. The facts shown that he was not the cause of death, nor did he at any time intend the death to occur. Whatever else he may be, he is not a murderer. This is the truth. Elon Musk is like just a full-blown Nazi, huh? Like he's just like oh dude. The richest man in the world's a fucking racist Nazi white supremacist, dude. It's crazy. It's wild. Didn't Derek Chauvin kill George Floyd? Right? Yeah, of course. You know what I did want to watch, chat? You know what I did want to watch? Oh, I need a power in politics, baby. Where's the power in politics? Or the Lily Unleashed? We just got fined for hate speech in Toronto? Rebel News? Rebel News just got ticketed with hate speech? Good. We can watch that. We can watch this later. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Not that they're just openly being hateful in public, but that they got fined for it. We love that. This is what people in New York City wake up to every morning. It's true, man. I wish Mamdani was my Canadian Prime Minister. My goodness. Wow. I wish I could wake up like that, chat. I really wish. Oh, I know what I wanted to watch, chat. I wanted to watch the YouTube thing. Because Moist Critical has a thing that we can watch about YouTube or something. And it's already gone because he uploads all the time. Where is it? Wow. All right, so we're gonna react to Nah, we're gonna keep going with news. I think we gotta do Lily Unleashed. We gotta keep going with our Canadian news. Just take a hydration break, everybody. Take a little hydration break. I'm gonna get some food. I'm starting to get a little hungry, so All right, everybody, we're back. We're gonna finish off our reactions. To start, I think we're just gonna look at this 2-minute clip because I saw it was trending. CTV News this morning, 100K views, 16 hours for Calgary News. For like, I don't know if it's Calgary directly or if it's just Canada, but yeah, that's a lot for Canada. Anyway, get into it. Loblaws.
This Loblaw-owned grocery store in downtown Vancouver has a large sign proudly touting thousands of Canadian products.
Amazing.
But in the produce aisle, finding out where fruits and vegetables come from isn't always so easy. Display signage offering few details. For many items, the only clue to where they came from was the small sticker attached to the produce.
I personally don't understand why they would even want to do that, because it could cause people to not want to shop there.
Loblaw confirmed to CTV News it has changed how country of origin information is displayed in its fresh produce aisles. Telling CTV News, because produce sourcing can change frequently due to seasonality, supplier changes, and availability, we now direct customers to the most current supplier-provided country of origin information available on product labels, stickers, packaging, or accompanying case labels. Just a few blocks away at this safe
because produce sourcing can change frequently. First off, that's a fucking lie, Loblaws. You're telling me you don't have a supplier? You're telling me, Loblaws, that you don't have dedicated suppliers that come to you or have contracts with you? You're telling me? Sure, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Some produce, sure. Some places, who knows, whatever. But at the end of the day, most stuff is like you are re-upping with the same people most of the time, I would believe. Unless you're like actively searching for better deals all the time, which I wouldn't blame them. People do that. But at the end of the day, how often is this shit really switching origin? TBH. Just seems like they want to do a little favoritism maybe for their American suppliers.
Packaging or accompanying case labels. Just a few blocks away at this Safeway, a different approach. Buy BC, buy Canadian, and country of origin signage is easy to spot throughout the produce aisle. Customers we spoke with say as tensions increase between Canada and the U.S., they're paying closer attention to where their food comes from.
It's important to me now because of all these tariffs he's planning to put on us.
It's very important for me and for all the people because you should buy products that are locally produced.
I like to support Canadian as much as I can under the current situation with the tariffs and so on and so forth.
And with Trump threatening tariffs that could impact Canadian food producers, one researcher believes the Buy Canadian movement may gain even more momentum.
Is this happening elsewhere in the world? Like in Europe, is this happening? I really don't know. Is this just Canada specific? Because obviously not. But amongst the Western powers like the G7, has there been a massive boycott like this? In like the UK, France, Germany, Spain, Britain, like it seems like Australia. It seems like Canada is like the only ones that are Canadians are like, you know what? I know the power of my dollar, buddy. We've all listened to how much a dollar costs, okay?
That would give consumers pause and a strong reason to support Canadian companies as of tomorrow, even more so than ever before.
The Canadian Food Inspection Agency tells CTV News there is no federal requirement for grocery stores to identify a product's country of origin on shelf tags or other store signage. Kevin Chirac, CTV News, Vancouver.
Damn. Anyway, Loblaw's trying to slip one under our noses, huh? This is what happens when you only have like 2 grocery chains or 4 in an industry. The fucking, what's it called? The bread scam, The biggest lie, the bread scam. The bread scam. What else? We got this. We got Lily Unleashed. Before we get to the goody goods, the Rebel News and Charlie, I do want to talk, I guess, about the YouTube updates, but Lily Unleashed, here we are. Doug Ford's attempt to bring in cash bail will be overturned. I don't really understand what Lily is talking about here. Can we look here? Here, 1 second. Let's go to Brian Lilly's channel real quick. Brian Lilly. Hold up. Oh, we're not subscribed. I'm so stupid. Where's your vids at, Brian? 3 days ago, Brian. Come on. Where's the fucking Canada deal just got announced, Brian? Where you at? Toronto Sun? There's still not a new Lily Unleashed about the deal. Damn. Lily, get out there, bro. They don't got you working?
The bylaw section is...
Anyway, okay, let's just get into Rebel News. So Rebel News got fined for hate speech in Toronto. So I guess Rebel News, Rebel News, if anyone's unfamiliar, Rebel News is like fascist news. It's Canadian MAGA news. It's MAGA news. It's like MAGA news for Canadians. Like anyone who likes to engage in conspiracy, disinformation, not believing like scientists or like climate theory, or basically MAGA heads. They're the MAGA news of Canada. That's it. But I guess they were being very hateful and got fined.
The bylaw section is. What's happening?
Ezra Levant here from Rebel News. I just received a phone call minutes ago from Mark, our truck driver. He's driving the big, beautiful billboard truck, and he was pulled over again by police again for another video billboard that talks about transgenderism colonizing women's sports. You can see here a swarm of police pulling him over. The reason we're downtown with...
What the fuck? What the fuck, Rebel News? You're telling me, Rebel News, how much are you paying for this billboard? How much are you paying for this guy to drive around with his transgender fucking anti-trans hate billboard? How much is it costing the program? Especially when you're getting fined twice. You got slapped with 2 fines already. So if you're gonna if you're gonna do a billboard, like a giant billboard that's like, oh, I want people to like grab this attention. Trans people taking over women's sports, that's the issue that you decided to tackle. That like, hey everyone, we need these transgenders are really, they're colonizing sports, women's sports. Like this fucking dude cares about women's sports. Name your favorite women's sport.
With the truck today is because the WNBA
Name your top 10 women athletes.
Game in Toronto. What better opportunity to talk about protecting women and girls in female sports from male entryists who want to unfairly compete against them and grossly go into changing rooms? Well, the cops pulled over our truck driver, Mark, fined him.
Damn, you're setting up Mark. You're doing Mark dirty. I hope you're paying for the fucking fines.
$615.
Damn.
Ordered him to move and said if he doesn't turn off the sign, he'll keep getting fines and more and more.
Watch yourself. Why are you shutting down our journalism officer? Because I want you on the sidewalk for your own safety, sir. Oh, I'll take a risk. No, I don't want you to take a risk. Don't worry. So, never been told.
Well, Mark is excellent under pressure. He kept his calm.
Oh, Mark's excellent. He's a professional.
I said 2 things. I said, first of all, Mark, obviously we'll cover the fines. We won't make you pay for that yourself. And I said, second of all, you put the videos back up. In fact, I said, put up the video about firing the atrocious police chief in Toronto, Myron Demke. Huge crime wave.
There you
go. But they put 6 cops on our truck.
They changed the sign.
Here, this is part of my conversation with Mark when he called me about 15 minutes ago. I just put on a jacket since then. I was about to leave work. This is me telling him to stand strong.
I was not parked at the time. I was in motion.
Right.
And they pulled me down.
They had to film this. They had to get record this. Mark's calling.
They told me to park, and I got my license.
Mark's calling. We know we've had this call before.
And they're issuing me another, another $600 ticket for the bylaw.
Do not turn off the videos. Keep them running. Take 100 tickets if you have to. We will
100
not turn
tickets.
off
100? You're gonna pay $6,500 or $65,000? How much? 100? Well, yeah. Am I being a dummy? I have to be being a dummy. Bring out the old calculator, please. You're gonna pay $65K to run those signs,
video.
Rebel News. There's no way.
I told them I'm not turning it off, and as far as I know, they're giving me another ticket. I don't know what they're going to do beyond that.
You know what's
that's
crazy
$1,200
about this? This is the second time in just a few weeks that our billboard truck has been pulled over, also for a transgenderism ad. You know, that truck is on the road 3 days a week. It does thousands of miles. And Mark, our driver, told me today he sees cops every day. He waves at them. He gives them the thumbs up. He's never had a problem until he started playing these ads from one of our advertisers called COSBAR, which stands for the Canadian Women's Sex-Based Rights Group. These are people who want to protect girls' sports and women's sports. The police are targeting our truck. And they said to Mark, I just talked to him again, they said they claim he doesn't have insurance. Well, I have proof today. I checked that immediately. He's insured well into next year.
Okay, hold up. Listen, is there some fraudulentness going on over there, Rebel News? Who's actually insured?
Police are lying.
I don't believe the police are lying, Rebel News. It's pretty easy to tell who's got insurance and who doesn't. I don't know, man. I don't think the police are scamming you, Rebel News. I think there's some fraudulent activity going on over there, Rebel News.
Permits, as if the
In my
truck was
opinion,
a heavy
speculation,
semi-truck.
allegedly.
It is not. The cops were saying all sorts of false things.
Also, he's slandering the cops right now. What am I even saying this for?
Who said it is illegal to have a billboard truck. That's a damn lie, but listen to it with your own ears.
Right here, Governor Sanders being recorded, sir. He's been directed to turn it off, and he's been directed to leave.
Okay, now why would he turn off an ad? Like, seriously, by what right does the Toronto Police censor our billboard ad?
Censoring anything. It's illegal to display anything on a billboard, period. Doesn't matter who it's coming from.
Under what law? Under what law?
What?
He's been given that ticket. I'm sure he's read you the charge already.
Okay, I don't know what kind of bylaw this is, but they're hitting them with a you can't have a billboard. Maybe it's a like downtown Toronto thing. I don't know. Bylaws are weird, man. But also, you could probably get slapped for hate speech, right?
He hasn't actually. He just told me that
that's what they're getting hit for. Hate speech.
Down our ad, and I told them to put the ad back up because of the Charter of Rights, Section 2, freedom of expression.
Driveway here, people trying to get out of to go home from work, and then need to get in to park for the event tonight.
Oh, you're blocking a parking lot?
Read you the ticket, and you can decide whether or not you still want to continue to display the messaging.
Well, I've decided right now because I live in a free country, Charter of Rights and all that. So I've already instructed him to put that back up and not to take it down, and that we're going to go to the court and have a charter challenge of like seriously, where the hell do you get off shutting down a peaceful political message? That is not your job. We've got a crime wave in Toronto, and you're trying to. And you're
I wonder how many. I wonder how many times that this like this guy has this conversation with the police. It has to be all the time, right? Like, oh, Ezra's calling again, man. Oh, he's got his fucking bigoted sign up again. What is he displaying now? You know, like
giving him tickets for that sign?
Any messaging whatsoever.
No, you know what? There are 1,000 billboards in Toronto. There's 20 billboard trucks. And the fact that you're picking on the Rebel News one is quite conspicuous. It's pretty clear.
You're picking on Rebel News.
You know what?
I gotta move the truck away from the.
Okay, move the truck. Put on the fire the chief. Put on the billboard that says fire the chief, and let that one go. Well, I just got off the phone with Mark for, I think, the third time in the last 20 minutes. And I said to Mark, you go back there.
Dude,
you
these
go
guys
back
are insane.
Exactly to where these cops say you can't be. I said, don't block any.
The thing is about these crazy MAGA, like, conspiracists, you know, the victimization of themselves, right? It's like, oh, people are mad at me for being hateful. I'm getting fined with hate speech because of my hate speech. And it's like, they're passionate. They're way more passionate than the shitty libs who don't go out there and do nothing.
Fire hydrants, don't park anywhere illegally, but you keep driving that truck around, and you make the point that this is a free country still. And I said to him, you take any more of those fines, and we will see them in court. And that's what I said to the cop.
I would love to see. Would love to see the parking space, you know.
Big, beautiful billboard trucks like ours are illegal.
The big, beautiful billboard. Okay, Trump.
Because I happen to know that there are thousands of billboards, stationary billboards in Toronto, and dozens of billboard trucks, not as beautiful as ours, but there are dozens of billboard trucks in Toronto.
You gotta do it better,
and
Ezra.
None of them are ever
not as beautiful as mine,
except for ours, and it's so weird that it's the second time this women and girls group was targeted. Remember the other week? Here's some crazy footage from the last time.
I don't want to point.
Is this also Mark?
You started filming me.
This doesn't look like Mark.
I'm feeling unsafe. Don't call me sir. And I don't want to talk to you at all.
What's your problem with the truck?
Yeah, yeah.
Who's this guy?
Someone called the police for this? I mean, everyone's entitled to public opinion.
I told Mark that we would take care of him. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to rush to pay the fine. It means that.
But honestly, there is a free speech argument, as shitty as it is and unfortunate as it is. It's like, what is stopping a rich person or someone who has the money throwing up just like a Nazi advertisement, let's say, or like some other form of hateful speech? You know, it's a free speech issue. But they have that in the USA. Like, you can't do that shit on TV, right? They got like the standards and code of conduct, but you'd be like, oh my God, my freedom of speech.
Actually, the opposite. It means I'm going to take this to court. And I'm going to make a charter challenge. I'm going to use the Charter
Supreme
of Rights,
Court.
Section 2B, which is freedom of the press, freedom of speech, freedom of expression. And we are going to put this damn fool Aaron by these cops on trial.
It's a fine. I don't think it's going all the way to the courts, right? It'll probably be settled out of court.
And if there really is some obscure
They'll probably just pay the fine, to be honest.
This billboard truck, well, let's challenge it. I will not accept this. On behalf of the girls and women's group COSBAR, on behalf of our freedom as Rebel News, and on behalf of Mark, the brave truck driver who takes this thing right into the heart of darkness, we will fight this.
Bro, Mark's got a nasty rat tail.
I'm going up against the resources of the state. We know that they're punitive. We know that Toronto police hate Rebel News. They physically assaulted or falsely arrested a number of our staff, including myself. I was briefly arrested by them. These are bullies who follow a bully chief. And you know that Doug Ford's prosecutors are eager to do to us what they did to Tamara Leach. Join our fight. Help pay the legal costs of this battle. Go to SaveTheTruck.com.
Save the truck. Yeah, go save the truck so they can be more racist in public and bigoted in public. Amazing stuff. We got a Lily Unleashed. Doug Ford's attempt to bring in cash bail. Or let's talk about YouTube. Or let's see what's popping, you know? See what's popping. Waiting details of the U.S. trade deal. What is this?
The 5 absolutely safe shelters in the world. Number 1, Peak Shelter, built on cliffs, unreachable
Tariffs anymore. And we may bring some of the tariffs down to a level where other countries are, because Canada was paying a higher tariff. Canada was paying us a higher tariff. So we have a very nice relationship with leadership right now. and we'll see. But we did a 3-day pause. It was supposed to be a 50% straight across the board tariff.
Oh, he's
That was
talking about
going
Canada.
into effect at 7 o'clock.
Talking about
this
Canada right
morning,
now.
And I delayed it at the request of Canada for 3 days so we can iron out the details. But it's going to be a wonderful deal. Hopefully, a wonderful deal for everybody. Yeah.
Earlier today, you said North Korea has something like 57 nuclear weapons. They've been expanding their nuclear program. Is your goal in trying to re-engage with Chairman?
Whatever. North Korea, woohoo. Where's my power in politics, man? Okay, let's talk about YouTube, I guess. Let's just see what Charlie has to say about YouTube. Because YouTube changes, I guess, to how views are counted or something. Great for me, for a small streamer. I'm sure all the big streamers are mad, but me, small fish out here, very happy, I guess. Let's just talk about it.
I mean,
I don't know exactly what's going on, but let's talk about it.
I don't even know what to say. Like, this new YouTube change is my second least favorite change they've ever made, second only to dislikes being removed, and this is only slightly behind it because I think this one is on almost the same level of baffling stupidity to even have the idea, and even more befuddling to pull the trigger on actually implementing this idea. YouTube has made a habit out of just going hog wild on changes that not a single soul on the planet has ever asked for. And there's a chance that these ideas are thoughts that not a single sentient organism has ever thought of until YouTube farted them out. Because these ideas are just so silly and wacky. It's like, when you take a shit, you're probably not thinking about eating the poop, but YouTube, they get in there like a pinworm.
I love his room, dude.
The hell with it. Send it, launch. And they do, like removing dislikes because their feelings got hurt over
the dislike
Rewind.
button was horrible.
And now today they announced that they're completely
button.
changing the way that YouTube views on long-form content are calculated publicly. Starting August 24th, views will count the moment a video begins to play with no minimum watch time, the first frame of a video will count as a view now, across all formats, VOD, Shorts, and Live. We're standardizing views to reflect creators' true exposure across YouTube, making it easier to show their value to brand partners. This update won't impact creator earnings or YouTube partnership program eligibility. So if you have a video, even autoplay for a split second, like scroll to one, autoplays, that counts as a view publicly. Now, they do mention that they still have engaged viewer metrics, which is kind of the old way of calculating it, where you need a viewer to stick around for... It was about like 30 seconds on long-form content,
sure.
Which is like an actual view and something that's been standard on the platform for ages. Now they're going the way of shorts calculation, which is even if you like fall asleep and it just starts doom scrolling, every single thing that it hits is going to count as a view there. Just ding is an impression, which is complete.
Is there really a difference though? Like really? We're talking 30 seconds? We're talking between, oh, I clicked on a video accidentally, click away, backspace, back out, and oh, I clicked a video, I watched it for 30 seconds and backed out. Don't really get it, why it would be so shitty. If anything, it makes small creators look better. Tell you that much.
Completely useless. This change is going to explode YouTube views, obviously, but it's not real. It's just a vapid fake number. It's just phony baloney nonsense, really. And the sentence there where they said it's going to help you stand out to brand partners, no the fuck it's not.
It's whatever.
Brand partners are going to maybe do
bullshit.
deals for like a month under these new programs with these channels that are getting millions of views, and they'll sell like 3 things because it's all fucking fake. Like, it's so silly. And the only channels that stand to benefit from this are the channels that you don't want to thrive here, the ones that have already poisoned Shorts, which is AI, clickbait, and just fucking endless amounts of slop, mainly AI slop. This now incentivizes them to break containment, the SCP protocol here, and go on to long form now, because now they can thrive there too. And they already have been thriving in long form, even with the previous view metric calculation. This now just incentivizes it more and pushes normal creators to once again really heavily consider just clickbaiting, so that way they get you in the door right away. Like,
yeah, but that's never gonna stop.
but
you
Demon
know?
Hunters did what? And it's them bending over fucking full goatsy or something. Just to get a click, because now that counts as a view, whereas before it didn't. Because if you got clickbaited, you'd probably click off in a handful of seconds. That would never register as a view, so you could never capitalize on that. Now, with this new change, you can, and it is constantly going to be incentivizing that. And again, it does nothing for brand partners, because if they start working under these fake numbers instead of like requesting in,
I don't think it's that big of a problem. That, like, Charlie's talking about it for 20 minutes, which is crazy, but at the end of the day, sure, it boosts views, it inflates views. That just means brands are going to have a higher standard for who they partner with, right? And if they fuck up that mistake, it's really on them. Hey, if me as a small creator can get some fucking scam bucks out of a company who wants to pay me money because I have inflated views, give me that dough, baby. What are we talking about, Charles? This is where Charlie, part of me is like, I get the AI argument, but the AI argument's coming, whether you, like, this isn't gonna, like, open the floodgates. The hatch has already been cracked, you know? The Pandora's box has been opened. Anyway, let's keep going.
Engaged viewer numbers, then those brands are fucking dumb. And they're going to feel a huge hit to their marketing spend when they see no return off all of these phony baloney views, these fucking horseradish views that aren't real. And you can easily gamify this. Like, I saw Spiffing Brit give a little infinite money glitch that is a little tongue-in-cheek, but would actually work, where you just instruct your viewers to just F5 over and over again while you have a sponsorship enabled with uncapped CPM. You could farm an unbelievable amount of money through doing that if it's just the public views instead of engaged views. Like,
that's fair.
And I don't think that's going to happen, because I don't think brands are going to really care about the public view. I don't think anyone's going to care about the public view, because everyone is going to know it's not real. And it just really made botting services extremely happy. You know, they just fucking blew a load into those britches there. They got a fucking fat wet spot in those trousers, because now bots are going to be so pivotal to a lot of these, like, AI slop factory protocol. Like, this is like, and not only that, just also normal YouTubers that are trying to, like, stand out might just start doing botting. That's going to be much more effective now that it doesn't have to, like, have a certain amount of time that it sticks around. Just a single frame is all it takes. Bro, botting services are absolutely going to be popping off, no doubt. Like, yes, you...
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I still feel like this is, like, I don't know how to describe it. It feels like Charlie's just being like, well, this change enables people to try to cheat the system more. And it's like, people are already trying to cheat the system, and if you're not cheating, you're not trying. And also, it does help small creators. Even if the views are phony and fake, it still might help get engagement or, like, a returning audience in some capacity. I don't really know how to feel. I don't think it's this big of a problem or this big of an issue or this big of a change. All of his problems from the company side, the X side, all the botting side, I don't care. Let people cheat the fucking system. I don't give a shit. People aren't gonna click on AI videos. I don't know who watches AI slop, but I feel like no one watches that, really. And no one probably watches my videos, right? It's very hard to get a fucking audience on YouTube. But if this helps smaller creators get a little more piece of the pie, even if it is phony, fine with me, dude.
YouTube does have, like, anti-botting measures in place, but they're not perfect. No platform has perfect protection from bots. Like, I mean, look at Shorts, for example. And that's only going to be now even more prevalent, because it's not just Shorts, now it's long form too.
I actually first got my first 1,000 video on my YouTube channel, long form, and I thought it was because of this change, but this change hasn't been implemented yet. So me, I guess.
YouTube is moving to an exposure-based model for views across all formats, meaning a view will now be counted the moment a video begins to play from the very first frame. Hello Insiders, I'm Rene Ritchie, a longtime creator now working at YouTube, and here's what's up. Last year, YouTube moved to an exposure-based model for Shorts views. This year, starting August 24, YouTube will be expanding that model to long form.
Oh, excuse me, I'm wiggling in my seat. Oh, I can't help myself here. Please, I don't mean to interrupt, but my hand is raised. Can I ask a quick question? How did that work for Shorts? Are Shorts in a really good spot? Is Shorts on YouTube synonymous with high-quality content that's being churned out? Or has it been degraded into a complete cesspool of AI slop that even YouTube themselves is trying their absolute best to combat night and day to no avail?
I don't know how much AI slop Charlie's running into. But it's not so much. And also, I don't spend a lot of time on Shorts.
An endless battle of these slop factories that are churning out infinite amount of content all hours of the day, every single second, just to capitalize off of this kind of shit. I don't really think you should be taking lessons from the way Shorts is functioning right now for long form. Because while long form obviously has its problems with the same thing, AI slop and those content farms, I've yapped about it quite a bit, it's not nearly to the level of degeneracy that's on.
When everyone has a big number, nobody does. This is the kind of stuff that Charlie's audience kind of misses on the point a little bit. Charlie himself, I don't think Charlie has class consciousness, but, and neither does his audience. But like, the AI argument, first of all, the AI argument is with any new innovative technology innovation, the problem is ownership. All right. How AI is being used is the problem, is who owns it. The people who own it decide how it's going to be used. And of course, they're going to do it what is most profitable for them. And this coincides with that. So that's really the problem with AI, in my opinion. You got to have collective ownership, but that's not part of this video. But anyway, number two, it's like, let the fucking small creators bot and fight. Let them bot, man. Cheat the system. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Like, look at all the greats. Like, no, there's this idea that like you have to be original. You can never cheat. You can never take. You have to be like an original dude, right? You have to come up with you have to be like a brilliant mind. No, rip people's shit off. Bot. Fucking clickbait. Do all that shit. Use AI. I don't give a fuck. Anything that helps you get in a better position financially, if you can grow a position on YouTube like that, go for it, buddy.
Shorts. But this is making a push towards it. Why? Like, yourself trust what's being provided through the material anymore. And like the qualified watch hours, which these do not count towards. So it's completely vapid useless.
Podcasts, live streams, all formats. YouTube is doing this to ensure consistency across the platform, to make sure every moment of connection between creator and audience is captured, and so that there's no confusion or fragmentation about what a view actually means. Creators can use this updated, standardized count to better understand views across formats, and to better communicate the full scale of audience impact to brand partners and sponsors.
Why do they keep trying to flex that as though it's the truth? It's not. You will not be able to use this as a leverage with brand partners that are at least activating a few neurons, because this new exposure metric, the fucking exposure dollars here, is illegitimate. It's
the thing is, I think the brand exposure and partners is really YouTube saying that, because they can go to advertisers and claim, look at how many views we have. Look at how much, and then obviously they're going to come back and be like, well, it's diluted, it's inflated, you know.
Not representative of what the brand is actually going to be exposed to in the audience. So let's say they're instead going to just ask you for the metrics, the advanced analytics on your engaged views. And I couldn't think of a name. Sorry, but like the point is, no matter what Fex Your Life was doing on Twitch, they have tens of thousands of viewers, but only like 5 people active in the chat. So people thought they were botting. Well, it turns out what they were doing is just embedding their stream on their website in the top corner, very, very small, auto-playing on every single page. So anyone that was on their website was counting as a viewer on Twitch. And obviously, if you're trying to sell to brands with like tens of thousands of viewers, the expectation is there's tens of thousands of people actively watching. But that wasn't the case. It was only like ever a handful of people watching, and the rest was just inflated numbers through just being embedded on their website on every single page. So they had crazy viewership numbers that weren't real. That is the exact same DNA here. It is just these crazy inflated numbers that aren't representative of people that have ever even watched the.
I get it, Charlie. I don't know. 18 minutes for this is kind of wild, Charles. Not gonna lie. I get your arguments, but I don't know, man. It's not really that big of a deal for me. For me, as a small creator, I'm like, good. Boost my ego, boost my reach, boost me, baby. Get me boosted, okay? I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to get out there. We're trying to get in front of as many views as possible, baby. I don't give a fuck if they're bots. I don't give a fuck if it's a guy falling asleep on his phone. Maybe he'll hear my voice in his sleep, wake up, and find my channel. Who knows? But that's interesting, I guess. No more news on the deal, huh? See what's going on X, huh? Like my hair. That's how I'm gonna walk into class first day, you know? Like I get my hair trimmed out. I just, we're waiting till class starts. Only a couple weeks. And then I will have a haircut finally. It's been like 8 months. When I first started streaming on this channel, I'm like, I'm gonna get a haircut soon, guys. It's been like 4 months. All right, maybe we're done. I think we're done with reacting. I think it's time to get into some Elden Ring, boys. So we're gonna hydrate and yeah, get ready for some Elden Ring rage, I guess. right. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Making sure my OBS works first. We are on the gaming output capture. There we are. Okay. Put the batteries in. Step 1. Step 2. Put the back on the controller. Step 3. Hit the Xbox button. Step 4. Load into the game. There we go. Let's just see if it dies real quick. I don't know if it's my battery, my controller. That was crazy. Should be doing that more often. What am I doing? Can we level up? No. All right. We're just gonna move forward. Last time we were jumping off here, going crazy, but I think we're just gonna, you know, stroll the path that we needed to be strolled. You know? Get cooked. Okay, whatever that fucking blood thing is I'm throwing, every time. But what's the range on it is the question. Okay. I see you. You missed. Okay, missed again. You got lucky. Pretty rude. Hey, this is insane. Why are these things hurt so much? Tell me why. Feels tough, man. All right. That was just the warm-up run. Okay. Yoink. Oh, really? Yoink. You got lucky. Okay, just slice them. You know what I'm gonna do to you, buddy? I'm gonna shoot you right in your stupid face. Boom. Yeah, that one hit him good. Oh, he dropped his dumb barrel. Okay, nice. Yeah, because he's got a big fucking arrow in his face. Just get me to the hitbox, dude. Just get me to the hitbox. Yoink. That almost got me. Okay, that was lucky. I tried to do the talisman thing. Okay, you're getting real lucky right now. Luckier than I would have thought. Would have hoped. Please just, you know. Whew. It's disappointing how I'm already at one flask, you know. Now I know there's a goddamn bird around this corner. Very nice, because he killed me last time, and I didn't get a chance to pick up the item. Just get him, just once. Ooh, 2 smithing stones, definitely worth. Keep this up for right now. Okay. You know, this looks like a path that was meant to be gone, you know? I was just traversing. I don't know if I really want to go down there because we met the wizard, didn't have much for me. You think I can do this, jump from here to there? I think so, right? Ah, nope. I have failed. Please move your ass up there before they notice you. Okay. Easy. Easy. See you later. Whoa, almost walked right off the edge. I think we've been there. I think I literally have killed that guy. Because we were exploring. Don't know how to get over there, though. That's still a big question mark for me. Apparently. It's probably really easy, and I'm just missing it. Yeah, we unlocked the Stone Sword key area. We've been through here as well. You know what? I got you, man. This is where it is. Door does not open from this side. Well then. That's quite unfortunate. Please don't. It's not even worth. It's not even worth. I'm out of here. I'm gone. Okay. No, they're probably still after me, but what can you do? I've definitely been up here as well. Yeah, that's you. Nothing up there except death. Here we are. Okay, this is fucked up. This is fucked up. What am I doing? I need to attack their back line. Oh boy. Just run for now. Holy crap. Don't get in the way of the flamethrower. Whew. Oh, you're kidding with that one. Yoink! Oh. Yo, I'm popping off right now. Oh, that uses up my mana too. Okay, noted. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die to a stupid arrow. How have I not died yet? Like, actually. Yeah, right here. I'm dead right here. Yep. We almost had it, though. Okay, I know what to do. I know what to do, chat. I know what to do. We're not gonna fight everybody. That's step one. Step two is cheese your way down. Okay. You know, that wasn't so bad. Oh, my cat jumped up on here. That's okay. Hey, Mal. Don't watch me play some Elden Ring. He's literally right in front of the monitor. It's fine. You're not blocking me or anything. And I got my controller. Oh, nice. My runes. My 0 runes. Anyway. Considering I left and I knew what I was doing, I'm going to show you what's up. Yeah, he was looking at me like, what the fuck did I just see? Yup. Oh, buddy. Can we craft anything? Craft 3 of those, please. All right. Lots of bolts, man. I got so many bolts, dude. So many bolts and 5 arrows. Why am I not wearing these, by the way? Should I do this? This is fire negation. There's lots of fire going on around here. Oh, you know what I'll also do? Boost lightning damage negation. We'll also get this, because I'm going to do jump attacks. We'll get the fire negation right here. Yeah, and the chain attack. Yeah, we're ooh. We're going to bring out this guy, too. Mao. A. No, you're not going behind there. Hey. Hey. Ooh. It's okay. You bud? Just trying to find a place to sit? Okay. Yeah. Alright. Mao, I know you want to be friendly, but we got a castle to take over, bud. Alright. First, I'm gonna save these. First, we're gonna start sniping. Actually, no, we're not. That's a horrible idea. First, we have to spawn our giant man. Not spawn him. Okay. I'll spawn something else then. The jellyfish always has been my go-to in times of need. All right, jellyfish, start getting them. Yep. Mao, hey, whoa. Bro's attack. I'm getting attacked by my cat and the game. What? Where'd my shield go? Oh, buddy. Yep, eat this. Boom. Boom. Oh, God. Don't attack my damn jellyfish. We can pillage after everyone's dead, okay? Just focus on murder. I'm going up here. Fuck that. Oh, you're done. You're done, sir. Oh, this was a mistake, I see. No, it was not. Fire arrows, nice. My jellyfish die? No, he's still alive. Where is he? He's cooking. Get cooked. Saw you all day. Saw you all day. Yoink. Too easy. Oh, you want to play that game? I got one of those for you then. Gonna sit here 1 sec. Okay, I just gotta, you know. Okay, I'm messing up here. It's okay, but it's not. It's okay, but it's really not okay. You guys can't do this. Yeah, pull out your swords. Come on. Oh, you're kidding me. Bro, I'm getting hot. Bro, you're telling me there's still more dudes? Like, Lord have mercy. And there's still more of them. Now, the thing is, chat, I need to find a gray site in front of here, right? Because, honestly, where the fuck am I supposed to clear this every time? Come around here? Well, maybe not literally, but, like... there has to be a grace up ahead, right? Right? Okay, good shit, buddy. I'm calling you back. Yep, send you back to... or something, wherever you come from. Ooh. All this fire's making me a hot man. Okay, keep your eyes out for any more loot. Anything they're trying to hide in the corners, you know? There's a gate right here. Hopefully he's friendly. Prophecy painting. Interesting. Oh, I thought this was a doorway. Okay, I don't know what that is, but glad to have it. Oh, are you friendly? You don't look very friendly. We're just gonna run past him. You're fat. You're never gonna catch me, son. I'm fast as fuck, boy. Oh boy, he's got dogs. Didn't think of that. A gray site. Thank the Lord. Knew there'd be a good goddamn gray site around here, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, this is pretty fucked up, not gonna lie. You almost killed me. Jesus Christ. We can't level up. We're just gonna pass the time. I like a nice early morning, you know? That's Cap. Who else, you know, loves waking up at 6 a.m. hitting their workouts, done by 7:30, in work by 8 o'clock. You know? All right. Anyway. Door's not open from this side, of course. Yeah, it's all messages. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just going, you know? We found our gray site and I'm happy. As far as I'm concerned, that's W progress. I hear somebody or something. Where's the little glowy glow sound coming from? Are these pots friendly? Friendly? Friendly in Cherno? Nope. Not friendly. Don't, I mean the pots no harm, okay? Oh, they clearly mean me harm. Look at that parkour. Do you see that, chat? All right. Aww. Can't blame a guy for trying. Ooh, I do need this. This is an Ash of Wars thing, right? Motherfucker. Oh! Come on! Okay, no, it's over. I'm done. I'm over it. You win. You win, pod guy. You understood the assignment. Protect the Ashes of War. from the Tarnished. I understand. This is a crazy race site, by the way. What? All right, let's rest. Rest up. All right. Leave. Now, the thing is, how many runes do we have, huh? And what is this? I know it's a boss fight, but I mean, I want to know how many runes I got. 2,000. Am I okay with losing 2K? Oh, you're dead. Whoa! Hey, big boy's angry. Big boy's mad. I see an item over here, though. Never gonna catch me, son. Golden Seed. This is my nickname in high school. The Golden Seed. 2 gold runes, nice. Thank you. Are you talking to me? Oh.
Well, who do we have here?
An even finer warrior. Oh, what the fuck, dude? What? Where the fuck did you go? What the fuck? Where did you come from? What? Hello? We use Torrent in this bitch? I guess not, okay. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna run past y'all. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I don't know where the fuck that bird came from. What actually happened there? The bird? Where did the bird come from? Did he spawn in?
Who do we have here? Tarnished, are you? Clearly not one of Godric's lot.
Nope.
I am the Felly Luke. Tarnished and warrior, like you. I'm here by decree of my father. How utterly repellent this is. This grafting of
yikes.
Godric's ill befits a lord. He's tainted the very winds.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about it.
If you intend to challenge Godric,
I do.
I ask you call upon me.
Oh, sure.
The winds run foul with his deeds. I'm certain father would permit me aid the fight.
Okay, yeah, come on.
Apologies, but I've idled long enough. As fellow Tarnished, we must each follow our own guidance.
Guess so. Is that what?
Takes us to the throne of Elden Lord.
Well, it's gonna be me, not you, sister.
Apologies.
Okay, yeah, me too. I've also idled quite a bit. Oh, okay. Hey, want to help the fellow Tarnished out, by the way? Want to help a brother out? Want to help a brother out? Anybody? Oh my god. Smithing stones. Tarnished, what are you doing? What are you doing? Right, and now I'm right back here. Okay. Okay. Sorry, chat. You know what I gotta do really quick? I have to write down what I have to do after stream. And I just thought of modding Elden Ring. Because I want the death counter up. Mod Elden Ring. Edit shorts and VOD videos. Look for apartment. That's it, buddy. That's all I gotta do today, chat. That's what's on the docket for me later today. All right. Let's Oh, I hit it. Oh, I hit it again. Is it disappearing? There's no way. You bitch. Hey, anyone seen a Brother's Runes? By the way? So I gotta go down to go get my runes and come all the way back up. I'm just gonna fast travel, you know what I'm saying? Are they actually up there? You're trolling me. You're trolling me. Oh, how did I get up there, chat? Well, I guess we are facing... Oh, I got up there by this way. By doing this shit. I remember. I remember. Okay. Get me out of here. Now, do I have enough runes to upgrade, and is it even worth it, honestly? You know? Is it even worth? Okay. We got 2,300. I got quite the runes, so yeah, we're gonna upgrade before this boss fight. We might as well level up our vigor, our health, our endurance. Maybe I'll ask AI. All right, let's crush these runes real quick. I want to go in order. Got 7 of these bad boys. We're gonna be a rich man. Okay, we definitely have enough to upgrade. Okay. 6,500. Okay. Flasks. Add charge to flasks. Oh yeah, increase the amount replenished by flasks. No, I'll definitely add my charges up. No sacred tier in my inventory. I thought I had a golden seed, or is that for something else? I guess it's for something else. So we're only gonna have 3,900. Okay, time to ask AI. I don't know what the bandit build is like, so AI ChatGPT is my aid. What do I level? Yeah. Figure 25 is, it says, the next main goal. I agree with that. I was gonna say health anyway, so. Now the question is, do we go to a merchant, sell some shit just to upgrade again? I think the answer is yes. I think the answer may surprise you, but probably not. That's Patches. Who the fuck is Patches? The nomadic merchant. I'm going back to the better merchant. Sorry, starter merchant, but I don't know if he has much left for me, but I also have no idea what he's got, so yes, sir. No, I'm here to sell, not purchase. My bad. Tools? I can't put these on my dagger, so I might as well sell them, right? Because I literally cannot put them on the dagger. I'm gonna sell 3 of them. 2 of them. I'll keep the thing. Cure Eyes gone. Throwing Knives gone. Fireproof dried liver. I still have not used any of these. Crafting materials. What do I have a lot of? I have a lot of feathers that are worth $400 for some feathers. There you go, buddy. I also got a lot more of this. I got a lot of these. Everything else I can kind of keep. Elderflower. Here you go. $100. I'll keep the rest. Smithing stones. I have my somber smithing stone. We should go upgrade my dagger as well. I'll keep the bolstering materials. Melee armaments. This is a dagger. Now, is it more powerful than this? But this has blood loss buildup. Sell this, definitely. And sell that shit. Our strength only needs to be... Oh, our strength... We should sell this, honestly. We should sell both of these, because our strength is never gonna be up there, dude. Our strength will never, ever be there. Maybe we should just put it in our chest, just in case. I don't know. Ranged weapons, catalyst, Godslayer's seal. No, I had this. Okay, get rid of all my bolts, because I do not have a bolt action thing. I have a bow. Okay, so that's definitely better. All right, sell this. We're gonna have to unequip some stuff here. Just sell these. Increases bow effective range. I mean, for $500, I'd rather keep the Talesman. All right, and then we're really gearing up for Godric, buddy. Let me tell you. All right, and that leaves us with 1,000 runes. I'm fine with dying with 1,000 runes. You know. Let's see what we can get for $1,000.
Trade again.
Yeah, what can I get for a band, buddy? Some arrows. Am I really going to be using arrows on Godric, chat? Do you really think that's the play? I'd probably rather use the cracked pots. Well, I could see myself using some arrows. Nah, let's just purchase a cracked pot and some great arrows. Why not? And then we'll put the rest into arrows. There we go, $6. Use well, friend. Unequip this. I can't use this either. My faith has to be 27. When did I... Oh, that's Godslayer. Is that Godric's? I don't know what that is. My faith needs to be higher. Yeah, let's equip our better shield. Let's equip this dagger just cuz. So technically it's oh, and we have to go upgrade my Reduvia. I'd rather upgrade the Reduvia because that's bleed, right? That's probably the better play. Don't put that there, you idiot. Oh yeah, I could use this, but I'm not strong enough, so we'll keep the bow there. Don't waste your fire arrows right now. Okay. Take all of those out. Go to your item crafting. We can't craft shit. Okay. Go back here. We really can't really equip nothing else except for this. There, we're good now. Okay, let's go upgrade my frickin' thing. Where is it? Upgrade my Reduvia because we got the somber smithing stones. Oh, but now I don't have runes to fucking... Yeah. Okay. Need 180. All right, so I gotta sell something real fast. Sorry, there we go, 180, perfect. Goodbye, all of my fucking things there. All right, Reduvia. Additional items required. I have a somber smithing stone. Do I not? We have a somber smithing stone. Hello? Right here, somber smithing stone. We have two. We have one of them. Somber smithing stone 2. But it says here we need somber smithing stone 1. Is that the problem? We can upgrade the dagger or the bow. We just have a normal smithing stone. Upgrading the shield to 80 plus 3 would not be a bad idea, chat. Let's just upgrade the shield, because I'm confused then. I'm so confused now. I am so effing confused. Sell these for sure. Yeah, I don't care about this Ashes of War. I don't care about that either. That's the beginner shit. I think that's enough. I think that's enough, right? Get the shield. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we upgraded our shield. I don't know what the fuck's going on with these somber smithing stones. Beats me. All right. Rest here, make sure we got all of our things ready. I'm just gonna take a quick hydration break because I'm hot, man. I gotta stick my head in front of this fucking fan shit. We'll fight Godric when I'm back.